Ken Trahan with Ron Maestri, former head coach of the University of New Orleans. I think we said that before at some point in time.
Yeah, a long time ago we said it. Now we said it again right today. But, yeah, you know, we did a lot of good things. I think we got some things squared away, and so it's a process, and we had some good kids come in this year, and I know Blake and AJ have recruited some good kids for next year, so everything is looking good.
As you evaluate the situation as it exists, I know you're not pleased with the record. You're pleased with the progress, though, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've raised some money, which we didn't have, and kids are doing a great job academically. Our API is solid. We had a 3.3 grade point average for 35 players. This past semester, we had 7 kids walk across the stage a week ago Friday. 2 are graduating this summer. So and we got the schedule all squared away. And we had some quality kids this year. We just got killed on injuries. So we do have a lot of people back, and we've signed some good pitching. But the key is going to they hire somebody soon, and I'm hopeful it's either AJ or Blake, so that we can keep the continuity, and they're the ones that have really done the bulk of the work on the recruiting.
Was it more difficult than you thought it would be or envisioned that it would be when you accepted the call?
Well, I knew what was there. I didn't have illusions of grandeur. You know, somebody said, you always thinking you got to be positive that you're going to go out and win. We were competitive, but from a standpoint of trying to win some games, and we're playing a great schedule. Our schedule was all goofed up, and, you know, we opened 3 games at South Alabama. They're winning the Sun Belt. We go to Southern Miss, and we beat them. And so I knew the players that were there. I knew we had to get better. The school was strapped financially. I knew that. I knew there weren't $100 bills lying around. But with the former players and with people in the community, they stepped up. We raised some money that we were able to function. But we're going to leave them. I've left them now right at $100,000, and that's paying $112,000 for the parking lot and buying all kinds of equipment and everything. So, yeah, it was tough, and it's going to be tough because of the situation with the university. Dr. Foss has the toughest job in the country. With all these budget cuts by the state, which I don't know how anybody in their sane mind can keep cutting higher education. With the fact that they got crippled by Katrina and they only have about 8,000 students compared to about 17,000, and everything's tuition driven. So they're laying off faculty, staff. It's not a good situation. Hopefully these cuts won't be as bad as they're presumed to be, but even having said that, we've got to get more support from the community. We've got to get more support from our alumni. They've got to come back and help this university. There's so many people. It's a quality education. It means so much to this whole area, and it's something that needs to be done.
And as you evaluate what happened after Katrina, you mentioned the plummet in enrollment. And while Katrina contributed and budget cuts have contributed, other schools have rebounded. Southeastern's rebounded nicely. Tulane's rebounded, Loyola and the whole like, but UNO has not. And it's a public university with minimal tuition.
Well, there's, in fairness, too, to the university, there's a number of things there. First of all, we're a Tier 2 school with tech, engineering, and ULL and ourselves. They eliminated the remedial program. They had to eliminate 900 kids, 900 students. And I didn't know why that couldn't have been done gradually, but it was 900 at one time. And when your enrollment's down, the academic standards are higher. And I realized that. I think it's good because the quality of kids that are coming in today, if there's one thing I have hope in, is you raise standards, kids meet those standards. I mean, I got kids coming in with 33s, 30s, 28s on the ACT, and I guess that's why they've done so well in the classroom, and we got kids graduating. But that has hurt us, and many kids, students, have gone to other schools. There's a lot of reasons, but whatever you want to talk about, it still remains that they need help, and we got so many alumni in this area. The political structure, we've got to get politically in this area. We got to get behind the university. I'm not talking about the athletic department. The athletic department will be there as long as the school is functioning at a good level. And I'm concerned more about that. I told everybody, don't worry, we'll get the money to do what we have to do in baseball. And we did that. And I left enough there that they should be able to do it another year. So it's a critical time.
Any regrets about coming back? Did you ever stop and say, I think this was a mistake?
No. I knew what it was. I mean, hey, if you went on, I'd watched them play. So, they had won 7 games the year before. And, no, I have no regrets. I didn't come back because I thought I could win the World Series. As a coach, you got to make them believe that you can. But, no, I have no regrets. I'm just happy that we could come back and accomplish some of the things that they lacked. The schedule, credibility in the scheduling, financially, the APR. All those things are critical, and the recruiting. You look at the kids we brought in this year, they've had a lot of success. We possibly could lose 2 of them, Callaway and Kelleher. Hopefully we'll lose one of them, Kelleher. But we do have Semple and some good, strong pitching freshmen. Catcher, Rick Krzyzewski, hit 280. Plus with the kids that we've recruited. And we've got to hold on to them because everybody's trying to poach them now. Since I've left and there's no coach announced, so I hope they get that done in the next couple of days.
Given the circumstances, can you envision UNO winning in baseball again, or is that going to be prohibitive?
No, they can. But you need help. The biggest thing, the one disappointment, there was so much help. I mean, my friends that have been here and my former players, Danny Ness, who just passed away, he gave us $80,000 over 2 years. Stuart Weedeye bought all our uniforms, $26,000, and some bats and balls, and Wayne Hare and his brother donating. So there have been so many good people in the community, and it takes us players. And we got some good young kids. We improved our ball club over what we had last year. If we get the kids we signed to NLIs in here for next year, they'll be better. And I think you need another 1 to 2 good recruiting years. And, yes, they can win. We were very competitive. We're playing everybody that's in the Southeastern, Nichols, Northwestern, last year and this year. And we'd go into the 8th inning and we'd be tied and we'd break down and something would happen. But we were competitive. So you got to have the arms. That's something that we brought in and we helped ourselves this past year. But the injuries killed us. And now we've recruited mostly pitchers. And if we can get them all coming in, yeah, they can win.
You have a plan for the next chapter of your life?
Well, I'm trying to relax a little bit. I told somebody this is the 53rd consecutive year. This is the first year I've been out without a job. I started in 1962 right out of college, coaching high school, and then came here, coached college, went to the Sports Foundation, went to the Zephyrs, came back. I still want to work, but I'll work this is very demanding. And I'll be 75. I'm feeling better last 2 days, trying to recoup those 10-hour bus trips, the old back. I got Dr. Lozana, my chiropractor. He's on call every Tuesday. I'll walk in, and I think they meet me with a crane at the front door. And the only way I've been able to survive, I'm not kidding you, he had readjust me every week and keeps me going. But, yeah, I want to talk to Eddie Davis over at the Urban Youth. Wash's over there volunteers. He volunteers to help us. I'm going to go over there and do a little work, and then we'll see what happens.
Ron, a pleasure. Nothing but the best in whatever endeavor you pursue. God bless you.
Thank you. Same to you, Kenny.